Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Today we continue with last two learning objective. Find limits at infinity, and last we determine limit x approach infinity fx over gx when limit x approach infinity fx and limit x approach infinity gx are undefined. Okay, now we start with limits at infinity. If the function fx approaches L as x increases without limit, then limit x approach positive infinity fx equals to L. And if the function fx approaches L as x decreases without limit, then limit x approach negative infinity fx equals to M. And please take note that limit x approach positive infinity or limit x approach negative infinity, bila kita dapat dalam bentuk 1 over x, any number over with x, so the answer always 0. Maksudnya kalau kita gantikan x tu dalam x equals to infinity ni, dalam x ni kita akan dapat number 1 over infinity. Ini pun sama, 1 number over dengan negative infinity, answer dia always 0. We go example number 1. Given fx equals to 1 over x square, find limit x approach negative infinity fx and limit x approach positive infinity fx. We start find limit x approach negative infinity fx. Fx is 1 over x square. Okay, if I substitute x equals to negative infinity into this function, so I will get 1 over infinity. Any number over infinity always 0. Then kamu tak payah tunjuk dalam kerja masukkan infinity, sebab kita dah tahu dah apa-apa number over dengan infinity memang sentiasa 0. Okay, next we find limit x approach positive infinity fx. Fx is 1 over x square. So we substitute infinity into x, so we get number over infinity. Any number over infinity, so we get 0. Question number 2. Given gx equals to 3 plus 5 over x square, find the limit x approach negative infinity gx and limit x approach positive infinity gx. Okay, so we start find limit x approach negative infinity gx. So we substitute gx 3 plus 5 over x square. So we get answer. Okay, if we substitute x equals to negative infinity into x, so we get answer 5 over infinity. Number over infinity always equals to 0. So answer is 3 plus 0. So equals to 3. Apa-apa number yang divide by infinity always 0. Then limit x approach positive infinity 3 plus 5 over x square. Same with this one. Kita substitute x equals to infinity, so number over infinity always equals to 0. So 3 plus 0 equals to 3. Okay, we continue. Question number 3. Find the following limits. A. Limit x approach negative infinity 6 minus 2 over x cube. Okay, 6 doesn't have x, so still as 6. Minus with 2 over x cube. We substitute negative infinity into x cube, so number over infinity. Number over infinity equals to 0. So 6 minus 0, we get 6. Okay, B. Limit x approach positive infinity 3 over x cube plus 7 over x power of 4. So we substitute x equals to infinity into x, we get 3 over infinity plus 7 over infinity. So apa-apa number over infinity is 0. So 0 plus 0 equals to 0. Question number C. Limit x approach negative infinity square root of 4 minus x. Okay, this function not in fraction, bukan dalam bentuk pecahan, so dia bukan answer dia 0 lah. Dia kena bentuk number over infinity baru dapat 0. Sekarang ni bukan dalam bentuk fraction, so dia bukan 0. Okay, sekarang ni saya buat asing. Ini sebagai imagine kamu je, jangan jalan kerja. Okay, square root of 4 minus negative infinity. So I will get square root of 4 plus infinity. Okay, infinity means number yang besar. Kalau 4 tambah nombor yang besar, masih lagi nombor yang besar. So square root of infinity. Okay, kalau nombor yang besar tu kamu square root kan dia, masih lagi nombor yang besar. So this one equals to positive infinity. Ni bukan jalan kerja, just untuk kamu fahamkan sahaja. Okay, next question D. Limit x approach positive infinity, x square plus 5. Okay, x square maksudnya kita gantikan infinity. This one pun bukan 0 sebab dia bukan fraction. So, infinity square plus 5. Nombor yang besar, kamu kuasa 2 lagi. So, nombor tu akan jadi lagi besar. Okay, then nombor yang besar ni plus with 5. So, masih lagi nombor yang besar. So, equals to positive infinity. Okay, now we continue with limits at infinity, rational function. For rational function, if we solve limit at infinity, limit yang tadi kita solve dalam bentuk fraction, dan answer kita dapat dalam bentuk infinity over infinity. Means soalan ni kita perlu divide each term by x to the highest power of the denominator to find the limits. Maksudnya kita tak boleh tinggal answer infinity over infinity lah. Kita kena ubah dulu. Kita kena divide each term by x to the highest power of denominator. Example number 1. Find the following limits. A. Limit x approach positive infinity to x cube plus x square minus 3 over x cube plus x minus 3. If I substitute x equals to infinity, so infinity, nombor yang besar, plus with nombor yang besar, minus 3 masih lagi nombor yang besar, so infinity. And denominator, infinity cube, nombor yang besar, plus with infinity, masih lagi nombor yang besar, minus with 3, masih lagi nombor yang besar. So, if we get answer in infinity over infinity, so we need to divide each term by the highest power of x in denominator. Maksudnya, kamu tengok denominator sahaja. Tengok denominator. Kita cari power x yang paling tinggi, paling highest. So, x cube. Okay, means all term must divide by x cube. So, limit x approach positive infinity to x cube over x cube plus x square over x cube minus 3 over x cube over x cube over x cube plus x over x cube minus with 3 over x cube. Then we solve limit x approach positive infinity. We cancel out the same value. So x cube. Ini pun x square, so tinggal x. This one x cube. Ini x, this one x square. Okay, so we get 2 plus 1 over x minus 3 over x cube over 1 plus with 1 over x square minus with 3 over x cube. Okay, then we substitute infinity into x. So we get this one, 1 over infinity becomes 0. This one becomes 0. And this one pun sama, becomes 0. This one pun akan jadi 0. This one pun akan jadi 0. So, we just have 2 plus 0 minus 0 over 1 plus 0 minus 0. Okey, di sini saya dah buang perkataan limit. Sebabnya saya dah masukkan infinity dalam x. That's why dia jadi 0. So, limit tak perlu salin lagi dah dekat sini. Then we solve, we get 2. Okay, we continue question B. Limit x approach negative infinity, x square plus 1 divide by 2 x square plus 1. If I substitute x equals to negative infinity into x, so we get infinity plus 1, so infinity. This one, infinity times 2, infinity. Infinity plus 1, still infinity. So, in pattern of infinity over infinity. Since we get pattern infinity over infinity, so we need to divide each term by the highest power of x at denominator. So, tengok denominator, apa nilai x yang paling tinggi power dia. So, x square. Okay, so, overall, all terms, we must divide by x square. Over 2x square over x square plus 1 over x square. This one we cancel out. So we get limit x approach negative infinity 1 plus 1 over x square over 2 plus 1 over x square. Okay, if I substitute negative infinity into function, so this one number over infinity, so this one approach 0. This one pun number over infinity approach 0. So we can answer 1 plus 0 over 2 plus 0, so equals to 1 over 2. Okay, continue question C. Limit x approach negative infinity, x over 3x square minus 1. Okay, if substitute negative infinity into x, so we get pattern in infinity over infinity. Okay, so since infinity over infinity, so we need to divide each term by highest power of x at denominator. So look at denominator, highest power is x square. So all term must divide by x square. So x over x square divide by 3x square over x square minus 1 over x square. Then we simplify x, this one cancel, so we get limit x approach negative infinity, this one we get 1 over x divide by 3 minus 1 over x square. So when we substitute x equals to negative infinity into x, so we get number over infinity means approach 0. This one number over infinity approach 0. So we get 0 over 3 minus 0. So equals to 0. Okay, we continue next question D. Limit x approach positive infinity, x square minus x minus 1 divided by x minus 1. If I substitute x equals to positive infinity into function, then we get pattern in infinity over infinity. Okay, so we need to divide each term by highest power of x at denominator. So tengok denominator je. Okay, denominator kita yang paling tinggi power dia adalah x power of 1. So means each term we divide by x. So x square over x minus x over x minus 1 over x over x minus 1 over x. Then we get answer. We simplify, limit x approach positive infinity, cancel, cancel out, cancel. So we get x minus 1 over x over 1 minus 1 over x. If we substitute x equals to positive infinity into function, so this one will get 0, approach 0, sebab this one 1 over infinity. Number over infinity je mesti approach 0. This one number over infinity mesti approach 0. So if x this one still have a number, so x is positive infinity minus with 1 still infinity. Infinity divide by 1 still infinity. So answer infinity. Question E. Limit x approach infinity, square root of x square plus 16 divided by x minus 5. Okay, if we substitute x equals to infinity into x, so we get pattern infinity over infinity. So we need to divide each term by highest power of x at denominator. So our denominator, the highest power is x power of 1. So semuanya kena divide by x. So equals to limit x approach infinity, all terms must divide by x. Tapi sebabkan bahagian atas ni ada sed x square, so we know that sed x square the same as x. Okay, sed x square ni dia sama je macam x. So bahagian atas saya tak boleh divide by x. Sed x square plus 16, tak boleh setiap satu ni bahagi dengan x, tak boleh. Sebabnya square root of x square plus 16 tak boleh dipisahkan. Square root yang ada plus tak boleh pecah. Jadi square root of x square over x plus square root of 16 over x. Ini dikira salah, tak boleh. Okay, that's why kita terpaksa gunakan x itu dalam bentuk square root of x square. So square root of x square plus 16, overall ni kita kena divide by square root of x square. Divide by, yang bawah ni ikut je, x divide by x minus 5 over x. Sebab dia tak ada set, so tak apa, divide by x sahaja. Okay, then limit x approach infinity, This one, dua-duanya ada set. Saya boleh buka set tu jadi besar. Combine x square over x square plus 16 over x square over x over x minus 5 over x. Then we simplify. Cancel out. Cancel. So we get square root of 1 plus 16 over x square over 1 minus 5 over x. Okay, then we substitute infinity into function. So this one, number over infinity approach 0. Number over infinity approach 0. So we get square root of 1 plus 0 over 1 minus 0. So equals to 1. We continue question F. Limit x approach negative infinity, x plus 1 divided by square root of x square plus 1. Okay. If we substitute negative infinity into function, so we get infinity over infinity. Okay, so when we have this pattern, so we need to divide each term by highest power of x at denominator. Okay, now highest power of x at denominator is square root of x square. Highest power dia adalah square root of x square. Okay, and numerator bahagian atas tak ada dalam set. So kita kena ubahlah square root of x square ni the same as x. So bahagian atas kita perlu divide by x, and denominator kita perlu divide by square root of x square sebab benda ni sama. Okay. Sekarang ni soalan given limit x approach negative infinity. X square actually dia adalah modulus of x. Bila modulus of x, dia ada two value of x, positive and negative, positive x and negative x. So bila soalan tu melibatkan limit x approach negative infinity yang melibatkan square root of x square, so kita perlu letak negative. Limit x approach negative infinity, letak negative dulu, baru kita divide each term by highest power of denominator. Ini divide by square root of x square plus 1 over square root of x square. Jangan lupa letak dia punya negatif, sebab sekarang soalan kamu menghampiri negatif infinity. Okay, now limit x approach negative infinity, negative. This one become 1 plus 1 over x over, cancel out 1. This one saya combine x square over x square plus 1 over x square. So equals to limit x approach negative infinity, negative 1 plus 1 over x divided by square root of 1 plus 1 over x square. Okay, then we substitute infinity into x. So this one akan jadi approach 0. This one akan jadi approach 0 sebab 1 over infinity. So we get answer negative 1 plus 0 over set 1 plus 0. So equals to negative 1 over 1. So negative 1. And last question for chapter 7. We have limit x approach infinity, square root of x square plus x plus 3 divided by x minus 2 times with x plus 2. Okay, if I substitute x equals to infinity into x, so we get pattern infinity over infinity. Okay, now we need to divide each term by highest power of x at denominator. Okay, sekarang ni square root ni untuk semua sekali, so tak kisahlah, kita hanya tengok yang bahagian bawah sahaja. Di bawah ni kita tak tahu berapa dia punya paling highest, so kita expand x square plus x plus 3 over x square plus 2x minus 2x, so habis, then minus 4. Okay, then highest power at denominator is x square. Sebabkan soalan ni set dia untuk semua, so kita hanya tengok highest power bagi denominator, itu yang kita divide. So limit x approach infinity, so highest power dia x square, so semuanya divide by x square. Okay, divide by x square over x square minus 4 over x square. Then we cancel out x square simplify. Ini cancel. So we get limit x approach infinity, square root of 1 plus 1 over x plus 3 over x square over 1 minus 4 over x square. Okay, so equals to, substitute x equals to infinity, so this one approach 0, this one approach 0, this one put approach 0. So we get square root of 1 plus 0 plus 0 over 1 minus 0. So we get answer 1. Kalau ada yang tanya saya kenapa ini tak perlu buat yang macam soalan F. Okay, soalan F dengan G ada beza. F square root dia bawah sahaja ataupun salah satu sahaja yang ada square root. Yang G ni both. So kalau both kita anggap dia macam tak ada apa-apa. Tapi kalau salah satu tu ada square root, so kita perlu ubahlah dia punya bahagi dia. Saya summarize balik apa yang kamu dah belajar hari ni. Hari ni kita fokus kepada limits at infinity. Maksudnya x yang approach infinity. Okey, bila x approach infinity, bila kita sub value x tu dalam function, we get number, apa-apa number, overkan dengan infinity, so answer always 0. And if we substitute x infinity into function, then we get infinity over infinity, means we need to divide each term by highest power of x at denominator. So kita tengok kat denominator kita, apa yang power paling tinggi, itu yang kita divide untuk semua. Okay, so dua ini saja yang kita belajar untuk hari ni. This question for your exercise. If you have any problem, you can ask your lecturer. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you.